Okay, so first impressions, this is looking really good, but it took me an hour to install this first one because I didn't know what I was doing, never done it before. There's a couple tips here that are gonna help you do this in like 15 minutes, I think. So let me show you how it looks now. So that's the original seat, the gray, and then I put the black leather on. Look how tight this fit is. The benefit of the tight fit is it looks like it's supposed to be there. The downside is it can make it a little more difficult to install. I found this tool to be useful. Any sort of pliers will work. Wider mouth's gonna be better so you don't rip anything. Step one, we need to take the headrest off. To do that, you'll want to lower your seat. Once it's lowered all the way, you can get it out. Otherwise, it'll hit the ceiling and you can't get it out. This is the easiest part to put on, so let's do it real quick. Gain some momentum here. Let me check the time, 48. Okay, 10:48, we'll see how long this takes. The thing with leather is, and they made this perfect size, but it's tight, but leather stretches, and so you're just gonna have to work it and pull it. The big benefit to that is it ends up looking fantastic. It just takes a little bit of elbow grease to get these things on. Okay, so there's the leather header on, easy. Let's get to the hard stuff. Okay, first thing here in the back is we need to remove the two straps under the seat. This took me the longest. They're super tight. So what you can do is lower your seat all the way back, and that's going to release how tight they are. I literally tried to pull these off for like 15, 17 minutes and couldn't get them. And then when I released the seat down, it became looser. That would be the biggest thing I learned, is you need to adjust the seat so you can reach in different places. Next thing I'm going to do is raise the seat all the way up so I can reach my arm underneath. We're going to reach under here. I know you can't see this, but there's two elastic cords that pull off of a hook. I just did that in like 15 seconds. Here are the straps, and this is what you need to know is going on underneath. The hook is shaped like this, coming up. So when you reach to grab it, you have to pull it forward, pull it up over, and then back down and around. Okay, next we're gonna work the top piece on. So here, if I push it all the way forward and roll it up, now I can reach around it. There's a zipper to undo, and that makes it easier to put over top. And to have the mindset of taking your time and stretching the leather, I think is going to give you a better result. Okay, so pull it over rough like that first. Next, on the headrest area here, you want to push this, kind of get it to fit into place. But there's a little black piece that the leather goes over top of like that. Nice. Since we undid the straps underneath, we can fit through the seat now. So we need to put this flap through the seat. Now this is a super tight fit. Just get in there and start pushing it. Okay, so we're pushing it through, and we'll need to pull it out from under here. So this is the only time I found it's useful to use those pliers. See, you'll see the white coming through. And so I'll just put these on here. And by using the pliers there, it helps me pull it all the way through. Now you don't want to rip the material, so keep that in mind. But if this scratches at all, it's the most hidden part of everything and never going to be seen and not functional. So that's why I went for the pliers, because I couldn't get it, because I got really big sausagey hands. All right, before we zip up, let's grab the next piece, which is this one with all the straps that go underneath. We have 3 straps that are going to go underneath the seat and connect onto the clips, and then these parts tuck in. One of the things to keep in mind is that this little bulge is for tucking into the plastic. I'll show you. I'll start with the hardest thing first, which is to get this part through the slit in the seat. So I'll shove the buckles through and then grab those and pull the rest through from there. It is just so tight. So move this forward, and that's going to loosen it up a little bit. So reaching under the back here, grabbing the buckles and pulling them through. There we go. To get it started, it's easy to pull it through. Boom, all 3 straps through. Now we can fit this down to the seat. Now see this plastic here? This bulge tucks into that, and that's going to make it real clean once we pull it tight. Now we'll grab those 3 straps and run them all the way underneath. All right, it's a bit dark down here, but you can see the straps underneath here. Main thing is you just want to make sure you're not pulling any cords in a weird direction. So this strap tucks in, and I'll push that down to the bottom there, and then I'll tuck this piece in. Now I can reach underneath and pull that corner tight. And this elastic piece I hooked where I took those original ones off on that little hook underneath. There it is. Then I'll just keep like working the leather and pushing it into those cracks on all sides, just making it fit as snug as possible. Now we can go to this back top piece and zip it up, move the seat back so we have better access. and just work it little by little because it's tight. And then zip in. Okay, we got it zipped all the way up. Now we just have these two flaps. So there is the elastics to put back together on the original seat cover, and then the new one just has one hook. And you can hook this on the frame underneath the seat. Next is the seat head cover. So you can see there's some wrinkles. That's gonna work itself out through use. And also you can tuck these pieces in however you want, like right here. You can see when I reclined it, this side's good, but I need to tuck this over the corner there. Okay, there we go. I took a minute to tuck it in better. And look how clean it is. I mean, look at those two front seats. This looks good. So got the back to do now, and it's gonna be super durable. I sat in it a second ago, and it feels great. There's a little bit of extra cushion with the leather. It feels nice and soft and comfy. Okay, so it's 11:18, so that was exactly 30 minutes. First one took an hour, second one took 30 minutes. Second one I filmed, so taking another 10 minutes off that. So maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes a seat. I'd say give yourself 2 hours for this project. It's good to grab a flashlight, put it underneath, and move everything around and check to see if any of the wires or cords are getting pulled at all. Most of these straps are elastic, and so there's enough play. It's not gonna mess anything up, but I think it's a good idea to look and make sure everything just looks solid so you don't eventually wear something down and tear a wire or something. Now for the back seat. The first thing we need to do is come in and remove that seat belt. Now a flathead is the best way to do this. All you gotta do is push that little red button in and you're good to go. Next, we'll hit the lever up top. Not hit it, but you'll pull it, pull this forward. Also wanna pop the headrest off. Nice thing about this kit is everything's in the right location. So even like for kids' seat belts, the hooks in the backs, there's holes in the seat covers so you can use all the original functionality. You're not covering anything up that you would need. I'm going to put it over top of these black things again first, because that generally helps you stretch it all out. It takes a little bit of effort to put these things on. You know what? The screwdriver might work there. Don't want to rip it, but the screwdriver could help slide it and stretch it. It's like if you had a plastic flathead, maybe a paint scraper or a plastic putty knife, could be actually quite useful on some of this stuff. Man, I'm quite impressed with these. So this tucks in underneath. When you're at a 45, it makes it easiest to tuck it. And then it's gonna Velcro to here. You have to pull this blue off. See that? That blue's Velcroed. And so this Velcro there is gonna go onto this felt. All right, let's see how long this takes. You just wanna make sure when you start tucking to be on top of all the seat belts and stuff. But I think this is a lot looser. There we go. Nice. Now, stretch it all real good before you commit to Velcroing it. There is a zipper on the side here, but I didn't even unzip it. I pulled it over top, it worked. Okay, glue's coming off. There's about a 3-inch place to Velcro, and I'm able to stretch it almost all the way to the bottom, which will make it as tight as possible. That's pretty cool. All right, so the base piece here appears to go on just like the top does. And so you can slide it here, and then it slides over both sides. And that should make it a lot quicker to put on. So I ended up using one of these popsicle stick tongue depressor things to push in the little crevices of the leather. This did not damage it at all. I started to try to use that screwdriver. Not a good idea because it will rip it eventually. So this works much better. The only part I haven't been able to get extremely tight is this right here. I think I need to keep stretching it. There's a leather cover here. It just has this strap here you strap over. But I'm having a hard time getting the backside down. I don't know if there's a way to take this off or what. Like, it's on there, but it's a little looser than I'd like. The seat covers turned out really nice and look really good in this interior. The bottom here has 2 pieces of Velcro. All right, here's the back seat. Everything's put back together and I really like it. Conclusion, these are pretty good quality. Downside is they're pretty tough to put in, or not necessarily tough, they just take a little bit of time. I was thinking it'd be a super quick project. It took a little more time than I thought. Although the back seats only took me about 15 minutes total for all of them, where the front is going to be about 30 minutes a seat. Now, if you have smaller hands to be able to fit in tight crevices, you might be quicker than me.